Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is the GXSimmer, and we are in chapter 17 of Nina and Amanda. And in this episode, just like the title says, Carrie is college bound. What does that mean? We're about to find out. And if you like today's content, like, share, subscribe, click notifications so you never miss an episode of Nina and Amanda or any of my other content for that matter. Let's see what's going on. Following Zoe's birth, Carrie had been working super hard to get her grades up, and not only did she get her grades up, she got on the honor roll for the first and second quarter of the year. And just as Tony had promised, he took her to Chestnut Ridge. Carrie returned home more determined than ever. She started running on Amanda's treadmill daily while Amanda coached her. She also ran with Floof on daily jogs in the fresh air. Her grades were consistently A+ throughout junior high, and she was a popular student in her junior high, being well liked and received by most of the students. Everyone noticed that she had gone from a brooding, sullen teen to a very happy and bubbly girl. She came home almost every day happy and full of news of some type. Soon, she was also in great shape from all the exercise and healthy eating, and constantly read almost anything she could get her hands on about being a horse veterinarian. She'd also repaired her relationship with her mother and loved being at the penthouse when it was her weekend to visit. She too noticed that her mother was a lot happier too, and she was especially happy to learn that her mom had rescued her very special book from the garbage bin and had kept it safe for her for when she wanted it back. Carrie proudly displayed it in her room at the penthouse under a special glass cover. Above it was the movie poster for Carrie's Cow Saves Christmas. Amanda had asked Carrie if she wanted to help at the clinic, too, and Carrie was thrilled to do so. She loved watching her mother work, and she loved seeing the flurry of animals that would come through the clinic. Not only that, she found that all the hours she was working at the clinic could count towards her degree, and that was really great. At school, the students, who did know who her mother was, thought she was super cool and wanted to be her friends. Carrie, though, opted for a small circle of friends and was fine with that. Popularity didn't sit well with her. She just wanted to be happy, but whether she liked it or not, she was popular. But mostly, she was more or less interested in breezing through her homework and running to Amanda's clinic after school to do work. Amanda rewarded her for her hard work by upping her allowance, and she had to admit it was good to have an extra pair of hands around the clinic to help clean up and pitch in when needed. So, when she was about to turn 14 and would enter freshman year of high school, Carrie took the placement tests that would determine her ranking in high school. Amanda, Nina, and Tony were asked to come to the school for a special meeting after she took that test. The principal told them that her IQ was way above normal, bordering on gifted, and that she had a strong aptitude when it came to math and science. They also said that the records from her years at Henford did not at all match up. She had been a C- student bordering on D at times with a very large disciplinary record. Nina explained what happened at Henford with the teasing and the bullying, and that Carrie had tried to purposely get herself expelled to escape the torment. The principal, who was sympathetic and open-minded, then recommended, based on Carrie's current grade point average and test results, that she would be bored as a high school freshman, and instead they recommended the Fast Track program for Foxbury University. Her parents were not that surprised to learn that the school wanted to fast track. After all, Amanda had fast tracked with an early graduation, but they knew ultimately it would be Carrie's decision to make. After the three of them sat her down and explained the benefits and drawbacks from fast track over dinner, Carrie said, "Yeah, I want to do it." At the start of what would be her freshman year in high school became day one of her freshman year in college. She majored biology and veterinary medicine. She continued to gain hours by working at her mother's clinic. Amanda asked her longtime employee to be Carrie's instructor, and her employee agreed. Amanda felt a great deal of pride seeing her daughter study to become a vet like her grandfather, and great-grandmother before her. Carrie found the work challenging but rewarding, and she was a good student. She also learned that there were other students her age at Foxbury, and she had a study group with them, too. And she became good friends with many of them. Amanda, Nina, and Tony checked in on her daily routine to make sure she wasn't pressuring herself too much and allow herself to have fun when she had breaks. She did have fun. She was hanging out with her cousins, Jane and Hayden, regularly, hearing all about their high school adventures. And she also hung out with her friends from college. She also loved spending time with her little baby sister and making her laugh. Sometimes she visited Daisy and Henford at the cottage where the caretaker, Anna Kendrick, was there. In the second quarter of the year, she was at the penthouse with Nina. Nina had gotten tickets for a new show in San Myshuno as a reward for pulling a 3.8 last quarter, and Carrie was very excited. She loved the theater. She did need to do a little work on her term paper, but she would work on it for a little while during the weekend and finish it off maybe by mid next week. While having dinner with her mother, she heard her say, "I have important news to share. I have a buyer for the cottage." "What?" Carrie asked nervously. "When? How?" "Well, Anna called me this week and told me a man named Sam Drake stopped by and wanted to talk about the listing," Nina said. "So what happened?" Carrie asked. "I met with him shortly after. We talked and he's decided to buy it. We've made the necessary arrangements. It's time I let it go." "Ma, what's going to happen to Daisy, Blueberry, Mrs. Rodriguez, Silver, and One Eye?" Carrie protested. "I talked to Mr. Drake about your cow, your goat, the rabbits, and the foxes, and he said that the animals can stay as long as they like. I offered to pay for food, board, and care of the animals, and he said he was more than happy to have them. I even offered to pay for Anna's services as caretaker. I did leave the cottage furnished. I only took a few things," Nina said with a smile. "Will I be able to see Daisy?" Carrie asked nervously. "Yes. Mr. Drake said that you may come and visit Daisy any time that you like. You only need to contact him the day before to make sure someone will be available." "Well, that's good." "I know how much she means to you, my darling," Nina told her. "She means a lot to me, too. And I will always make sure she is well taken care of so you can always see her. Mr. Drake assured me that someone would always be available when you arrive." "Thanks, Mom," Carrie said with a smile. "I know it was hard for you to sell the cottage." "It is," Nina said, "but I was holding on to it because it belonged to your grandparents, and I needed to let it go. I hadn't been able to. So now it will belong to a new family, and they will make it their home. Besides, I know you want to win it for yourself, and you have that dream of moving to Chestnut Ridge one day." "Thanks, Mom," Carrie said. "And it's true. I liked it when I was little, but I'm glad to let it go, too." "I'm going to put the money from the sale of the cottage in your trust fund," Nina said. "Thank you," Carrie said. "I feel it's only fair to do that. You would have inherited it if I decided to keep it," Nina told her with a smile. "But I know your dream is in Chestnut Ridge, so the money will be there for you when you're ready. I feel your grandmother's adventurous spirit is within you." "Thank you, Mom," Carrie said with happiness. "I don't know what to say." "Well, just keep doing what you're doing," Nina said with a smile. "I'm so proud of you, Carrie. I'm so pleased that we have a strong mother-daughter relationship again. It bothered me so much when we fought." "I'm sorry for how I acted," Carrie said, looking down. "I was going through so much, and I was so full of anger. I didn't know how to handle it all. I just lashed out in all directions. Dad made me see what I was doing, and like you, I worked through it," she said with a smile. "Your dad is a very wise man," Nina told her with a wink. "I'm so glad that the three of you are friends now," Carrie said. "Oh, we're more than that," Nina told her. "We're family, and we only want what's best for you." "That makes me happy to hear that. I never thought you and Mom would ever be friends. This past year has been so great. My first year of college is fantastic. Sometimes I still can't believe I'm in college," Carrie exclaimed. "That makes two of us." Carrie laughed. "I just feel so fortunate in my life, and so happy." "I love you very much, my darling," Nina said. "I love you too, Mom," Carrie said with a smile. "And it brings such joy to my heart that you have such happiness now," Nina told her. "I do, Mom. I can honestly say that. And I'm glad you're happy too. You seem so much better these days. So when can I visit Daisy? I hope she doesn't miss me too much." "This might make you happy," Nina said with a smile. "Mr. Drake said that his son is very happy about the animals, especially the cow. It seems that his son is crazy about the animals like you are, which is one of the reasons why Mr. Drake wanted to buy the cottage. Daisy seems to like him very much," Nina said. "I thought that would make you feel better." His son?" Carrie asked. "Yes, I forgot to tell you. He has a son about your age. Poor man has been a widower for most of his life. It's just him and his son. They're originally from Sam, as you know. He's a freelance programmer, Nina told her. Wow, you got a lot of detail, Carrie said. Maybe a little. But Mr. Drake said it would be nice for you to visit his son while he was there. He was hoping maybe the two of you could be friends. Oh, really? Carrie asked as she ate. Yes. What's his name? Carrie asked. Drake, Nina said. Ma, I meant what's his first name? Carrie asked. That is his first name. His name is Drake. Drake? Carrie asked. Yes, that's right, Nina said with a laugh. I found it odd myself, but I didn't question it. Well, is he good looking? Carrie asked. I thought she was seeing that other boy, the one with the blue eyes. What was his name? Cody? Ugh, Carrie groaned. Cody was a jerk. Found out he was seeing two other girls behind my back, and they didn't know about me either. So I dumped him and told the other girls about him too, and they dumped him too. Do you know the only reason why he went out with me? So he could say he was dating a college girl. Oh, that's terrible, Nina said. I should call his mother and let her know what her son did. Jane ratted him out to Aunt Jada, and she called his mother and told her the whole story. As far as I know, Cody is grounded until the next century, Carrie said. Well, that's good. That boy should be punished for his despicable behavior. Yeah, I should have never kissed him. Carrie growled. Blech! You did what? Nina asked. Well, yeah, Carrie said as she blushed. But just a little kiss, that's all. Nina smiled and laughed. It's all right. You're not the first girl to fall for a pair of sparkling blue eyes. Just ask your mother. Carrie chuckled. Really? I take it this was before you? And after, Nina joked. Carrie laughed. Yeah, Jane felt bad about the situation. She was the one who introduced me to him. She was friends with him and his brother. She really let him have it, Carrie said. I see. A real row, huh? Nina asked. Oh, yeah, Carrie said. And Hay almost went after him, too. Nina laughed and said, You have a very good support system, Carrie. I think so, Carrie said with a chuckle. So, can you send me Mr. Drake's phone number? Sure, she said as she pulled out her phone. Did you happen to get a picture of them? Carrie asked. Nina smirked and said, As a matter of fact, I do. I thought you might like to see how much Daisy likes him already. Nina said as she took out her phone and showed her a picture of a teenage boy petting Daisy. Carrie smiled. She does like him. Nina smiled at her and said, I think you like him too. Carrie blushed slightly. Well, he is cute. I think I'll call Mr. Drake on Thursday and visit during next weekend, Carrie said. Fantastic. Let me know how things go, Nina said with a smile. In the meantime, hurry up and finish your dinner. I don't want to be late for that show. Yeah, okay, Ma. That's going to do it for Chapter 17 of Nina and Amanda. And if you like this content, please remember, like, share, subscribe, click notifications so you always know when I'm coming out with new content. If this seemed like a short episode, it was, but I thought it was kind of a cute episode, to explain a little bit of backstory and also to show how Carrie and her mother have progressed in their relationship since the last episode. And also coming up in episodes 18, 19, and 20, we are going to have some major changes happening. I'll just leave it at that. I'll send you little snippets here and there in between. But until then, thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing. All that matters so much. Every time you do that, you help this little channel to grow even more, and I thank you profusely. Until then, this is Jen, the GXSimmer. I will see you on the next episode of Nina and Amanda. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.